Hi, my name is Cash from Cloud Soldier, and I've got with me my student Omar. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are
Good,
you?
good. Yes, so we're gonna be talking about today Azure Artifacts and packaging and creating a feed into Azure Artifacts. So basically, let me explain to you our diagram. Mm, Tutorial. Right. So the topic is package management, creating and publishing a package.
All right.
Package management. Then we'll have a lab, how to package and publish this to Azure DevOps, right?
Yes.
Say, for example, there is a project in Visual Studio, and this is your Azure DevOps. I just call it ADO. Yeah, and there are lots of developers here, and they're working on different projects or apps. Yeah.
Yep.
So what happens if, for example, there is there's a feature which can be used in all apps, like say, for example, how to log in or a search box in the website or in
Yep.
the app. So instead of coding again and again, so what they can do, they can create like a .cs functionality class of this feature, and they can package it and put this package into our ADO. It is just like you're having a container
Yep.
registry or Docker Hub, or just like it's a centralized repository, so anybody, instead of creating their own code again, they can consume this artifacts from the Azure artifacts. Yeah.
Yep.
So let's do this. So if we go to, um, if I go to 1 second. Right. Where are we? Yep. So this one, where's our remote storage? This is the one. Yep. So in this example, what I'm showing you here that second. So in this example, if you see that I've already published something yesterday. It's in Azure Artifacts. You can see this, and this is called core service feed. It's called core
Yes.
service feed. And so what we'll do, I will just delete this again and we create something again just for the purpose of our lab.
All right.
Yeah. So let's delete this. Okay, so if we go back here and go to recycle bin, delete that. It's nothing, sorry, that's let's go back in and delete it. If we click that and can we delete? Yes, can we delete here? So this is, are you sure you want to delete it? Yes, it's been deleted and that's fine. If you delete, so if you refresh it now, it's gone.
Yep.
So we need to complete because sometimes it's cached for some time. So what we'll delete, we delete this completely, delete this feed. Okay, so there's nothing there at the moment. So yeah, right. So there's nothing there at the moment. Right. So what do we do first thing? If we go to our Visual Studio and we create a new project.
Yep.
So we create and we just like create a class like a .cs, like a C sharp functionality, and we create it just for the sake of so we can package it and consume it later on.
Yep.
So if we search for what was it? Class.
Yeah. Class. Yes. Class in C sharp.
Yeah, it's just loading. So this is one class library.
Yes.
Uh, and we click next, and we just call it core core services core services 1 or call it 2 because I was testing it. I don't want to get confused again. So we create another folder and we call it in the C folder, C document and new, and we call it temp 11 just for the sake of it. So if we go there and save in C temp 11
Yes.
and it is core service 2, core service 2, just leave this as it is and create next. Okay, framework is fine, create. So we are doing this live, so if you get stuck, so we have to troubleshoot it. So I'm just doing on the fly, so I don't have any notes. So we're just gonna fix it what it comes. Okay, so it's created, yeah, core services, right?
Right.
So next step, so we change this class and rename it to core functionality. Ability. Yeah. So this is
Yes.
like a new feature. We're going to be packaging it and publishing to our um, Azure Artifacts feed.
Yes.
So we change the name. Yes, fine. Okay, so I've got a code, just a simple code. If I copy from here, I did that. Just this one. So this is like I'll give a text on a website when we consume it that this is a um, feed that we consume the package. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So this is like a code that it will share. So it's just a simple code we are using at the moment. And so when we consume this package after connecting to our feed from Azure, we will use that in a new project. So we will create a new project and use this package to consume it, and this will show in that package when you build it locally. So this class has core functionality.
Yes.
Okay, right. So we have we have created the project
Yes.
with the core functionality, and we added a small code in there. Now we have to package this feature, core functionality.cs, and package this and publish that into our Azure Artifacts. The reason we're doing this because this is a private feature and only the people who work in the organization or part of this project team, they should be able to access it, not publicly. So that's the reason. Like, in Docker Hub and all, like even in Terraform, if you've seen it, like, we got public registries, public containers, you can download, you can consume, but this is our private repositories of private artifacts. Okay, so for that we have gone to our project. So you go to your project. So this is our project or any project you want where you connected. So go to artifacts. At the moment, we do not have any feed. So we need to create feed, and let's say we call this core services, core services 2, and we make it members of this organization. So this is our organization, and we click create. So we got this core services too, yeah.
Yeah.
So now we if we click connect to feed, so we depends our program what we're using in our code. Say for example, if you are using .NET, so you will set up just we will do this in a minute. So you will set up this project in such a way you config file will copy paste this and we use this command to publish that. If your code is in NuGet, we will do this, and in our case we'll be using a managing our NuGet package. Right, 1 second. Right. So like these are all different packages. So for example, if you got a Java code and use Maven, like npm, so use this code, and this is to publish. So for different code for different commands. So in our case, we'll be using a NuGet. Give me 1 second. Right, Somer. So
Ye-
different languages, different config files, and different commands to restore. So
Yes.
basically, we'll create a .config file, copy that code, and then we restore that package. We'll package it by using this command, publish this package, and then we will publish that package. So three things. We create config file, publish, which is like we'll push it or pack it, and then after that we will restore. Then sorry, we will create a new config.config file. Then we will push it. Sorry, then we'll pack it, and then we'll publish it to our Azure artifacts, and then after that we'll consume it. Understand?
Yes.
Okay. So if I just copy this code, so we're gonna using a NuGet. To get this, we need to download a NuGet tool. So if we download the latest NuGet and download this. I think I've downloaded in past. We'll give it two. So okay, just go to show in folder and copy. Just copy that. Copy, and if we go to our location of the project, that was
Yes.
in temp. What was it? 11.
Yes.
Temp 11 core services 2, and
And
we
we'll
just
leave it
copy here.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you remember that. All right, and also if you unlock this, unblock this, the file came from another computer, so you unblock that and apply that. Now we have got this new. So this is like a, let me rename this to nothing, just like that. So basically this is like a command line tool. So we're gonna be using uh, to push and publish and pack and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, if you go to, so we copied, so just we're done with it. So if you copy that and create a, like a first step, add a NuGet.config file to your project in
Yes.
the same folder as your solution. So if you copy this and copy that and create, just create a new file, new item, and
Yes.
we just call it NuGet uh, dot config, and yeah. So is it NuGet? What is it? NuGet dot config. Yeah, that's fine. And we copy that data. So this is just like, remember we did a kind of comparison. Remember we did, Omar, that we created a self-hosted agent.
Yes.
So we had to copy the code and stuff and make sure it's connected to our Azure DevOps. So when we're creating a virtual machine and when we, to create our CI/CD pipeline. So basically, we're just trying to authenticating all this code and stuff, Studio with our code, and then we can publish that code and then restore it from your artifacts to consume it. So that's done. So if we just save it all, and if we, so this is .NET 8, if you can see, if you go to core services, that's .NET 8, that's fine. So we added a core functionality, and we added the code for core functionality, and we got X, new, got exe here, yeah. And so if you just do the build, let's see what happens. I hope it runs. Yeah, build succeeded.
Yeah.
Right. So next step, what we'll do, we open. So now we have got a new get.config file. We've got a new get command line tool in our project. So what we need to do is pack and then publish. Yeah.
Yeah.
To do so, I'm gonna put all this code and stuff in our YouTube description so you can exactly follow what I've done. So if I go to, actually I copied here some commands. So I will use this command. Actually, because this is a new version of NuGet.exe, so this will not work. So I had to do some research, and this command will work. .NET copy, but we'll change the project name. Yeah, so we open PowerShell
Yep.
and go to the path of that, our project.
Yes.
So if we do dir, where are we? cd temp 11, dir again. So we into cd core, and if we dir again we into core service 2, cd again. Yeah, and if we just copy that command, and instead of core services, make it core services 2. Yeah,
Yep.
there we go. So it is packaging now. This feature, the whole the project we created, for that core functionality. See?
Yeah.
So this is created. So let me copy this command somewhere in Notepad. Okay, and the next command what we'll do is to push it.
Yeah.
So that's the command. The reason we were struggling yesterday, it's not been explained properly. This in Udemy course, or to do my own research and find exactly what was causing the issue. So if we copy this, so basically what we're doing pushing this to our core services, which is created in its core services 2. Tell me, where is this source?
Okay. So one second.
So it's pushing to this source. Where is that?
The source is the feed.
Yes, good man. Very nice. So if you see that, if I go to my C core services 2,
Yes.
at the moment there's nothing here. So we are packaging and pushing to these services. I hope it works. Let's see. Because we're doing live. So I've changed to name to core services 2, and the location we need to put. So a hyphen API key, you can type anything you want here. Doesn't matter, core or AZ, whatever. Just pointing to it. So the package name, if you remember, we had package is called core services 2.1.0.0. New package and new pkg. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So instead of, we just change this to 0 and change this to services 2, and this is our location. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yes.
So that was a problem yesterday. We had to pop. put the whole path here. That's what it was saying. Cannot find the file. Cannot find the file. Copy and let's do this and enter. File does not exist. Oh,
Oh, it does not exist.
what did we type in? Oh, look, that's why.
It-
Because we didn't change the folder name.
oh
Stem
yeah, it's
template.
core is temp 10, 11, and
Okay.
core services 2
Core services
instead.
2. Yes, you're right. Is both core services 2?
Yes, yes, both.
Yes, yeah. Good man. Okay, enter. Yep.
Yep,
See, successfully your package is pushed. So if we go back here
and reload the page.
and we just refresh it, there we
Yeah,
go. Perfect. So so what we do next step that we'll consume this package into our new project. Say for example, you you've been assigned to work on a new project and there's a feature called this one we just package and you need to instead of like creating and all that and building and deploying it and whatever coding it, so you can just use this package and consume in your code.
yeah,
Yeah, see, so so in our next in few minutes what we'll do, we'll how to use this and consume this package. Right. So what we're gonna do now, we have, as you can see that we have packaged this feature, the core
yeah,
services too, and like I said before, there's a requirement in the project, and you have to use the same feature like we have defined in our project, such as core functionality. So what they want, just we are assuming it, pretending that in your website we should have something like this. Return this. I made it very simple to understand it, but could be anything like a new button or new feature or new category or anything which can be used across on the same application and can be consumed uh, as they want it, as repeatedly like most of the time. Yeah.
yeah,
So to do this, we create a new project. Say new project. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah.
yeah.
So new project, what is it? ASP.NET?
Yes, razor page.
This one?
And the one above? Yes, this
Okay,
one.
so this one. So, and click next.
Yes,
And what do we call it? Say consume package.
yes,
PCKGE. Just make it consume package. And consume package is fine. That's fine. Create next. Create, yeah.
yeah,
So just pretend this is a new project and you got lots of features and things. We are making it simple and everything is nothing in there, just a normal .NET project. So we're gonna be using this feature, this Azure Artifacts into this one. So we need to have to connect to this feed.
yes.
Okay. So what do we do now? So we go to where we go?
We'll go to it was uh, not here. Well, I think it was extensions.
No. So now we have created our project. So if we, so basically we have to connect to our feed in Azure DevOps. So if we go to tools NuGet package manager, NuGet manage NuGet package for solution. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no package has been found. So this is what we have. So if you go to our settings, so this is what we have, and we need to connect to our Azure DevOps Suite. So if we click plus,
Um,
and this is a package source, new one added. So if you go back to our, how do we get to tools? Right. To add this feed, we were just mentioning this here. So to get these details, name and source, as because we are using Visual Studio. So if you go back to our connect to feed,
yes.
and this is our Visual Studio, we're using it. So we're using name core services too. If we copy that, copy from here and go to here.
Yeah.
And same thing, we copy the source and copy the source here and update. Click OK. Okay, so if we browse, right, so what we have just done now, so we connected to our feed. So if we go to our package source, so we can see core services also,
Yes.
and browse, install. So like we went here and we click browse and we can see, can you see our search? If we search for our package feed core,
Service.
core, um, core services 2. Right. So I tried to search it, but you can see is here. So I checked this one and it's not installed. So we install this. So basically we're using this feature and we'll be installing this package into our project.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
install. Apply. Right. So what we done now, so we have installed that package and we connected to our feed and all that. That's done. Close this, close that, close this already now. Say change to yes, save it to all save. Just make sure again, save it. So what do we do now? Tell me.
Okay.
Right. So once again, so what we have to do now, do some. So we have got this project and we're gonna make some changes or add a code to use this core functionality which we used earlier in the, sorry, which we have packaged it,
Yeah.
just the one we just packaged it. So we have to use this in our code. So if we go there and go to pages and go to this one,
Yes.
yeah, and so what we do, so we're gonna create a method and a display method, so it will show as like, I'm not a developer, so what I'm gonna do, I've got a code here and copy from here.
Yep.
Uh, so code for this user, so we can take that from here all the way. Copy, copy, and right. And if we just take this off and copy and paste, so we getting an error.
The type space concept not defined. Facing as a
So
directly
should be core services 2.
to, yeah.
Yeah, right. So we having this error, yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, what we can do, I just copied this stuff into our best friend, which is ChatGPT, and
Yeah.
I said to him, please can you fix it? And fix it. I copied that. Let's copy this and go back to our code again because I got no idea about coding, so I'm just asking him to help me. So if we are DevOps engineer, not coders, so this code will be provided by them anyway, the developers. See, no issue found.
Yeah.
So no issue found. Also, we make a change into our index, and because we have this message functionality, so the message is giving this one. So we can change in our code here. Uh, Message is type in at model dot message,
Yes.
save it and see. So okay, before I just do build, um, just reiterate again what you've done. So we created, we created a project. Remember that was core services 2 in the beginning. Hello,
Yes. Yes.
and we did a core service 2, and we added a class. We created the project as like a class library in the C sharp, and
Yes.
added that core functionality dot cs,
Yes.
and we added some code in it, and that was the code I explained to you again. If I show you my notes, so that was the code we did.
Yeah.
Not
This
this one.
one. Not this one.
That was
In the previous video.
yes, in the previous video. So we added some code, but you'll see in the beginning anyway. So we added that code, and then we connected to our we created that code and we published that to our Azure DevOps.
Yes.
So that was here. If you see this, we published that core functionality, core services project feature here.
Yeah.
So then we got another requirement from the customer, like we need to use the same functionality or feature you can say in that new project. So what we do, so we created another project called consume package and we added some code. So before we did that, we connected to our feed by going to tools and NuGet package and everything. We added the feed from our Visual Studio source, and so we did connect to feed. Remember, we added all that source. We added that feed into our code. Remember?
Yes.
So if you go back again, show you again.
Tools, NuGet package manager.
NuGet package.
Second option,
Yeah,
manage NuGet.
that's it. So we saw that
We look for core services too.
core services to where is it?
I think we already installed
Or
it.
install it, yeah. Yeah, this one we installed it,
Yeah.
yeah. So it was we browsed it, installed it, and saved it. And after that, we created a program in our index. So this one we created a method to use this package in our existing project. So like, and we had some error, and we used ChatGPT, saved it. Now just pretend that feature we run it locally and that feature should show. So if you just run it now,
Yeah.
so it is running a local build and it show that functionality of the feature we used.
Right.
Oops, here we go. So this class has a core functionality.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you remember that the code, if you go this, so what was the what was the website?
The website
This class has core functionality. So where did we define this?
in our CSHTML index
No,
file.
no, 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 no. This was done in core functionality.cs.
Core, yeah, into the one that we uploaded into the
Yes,
feed.
yes, yes, that's it, that's it. So if I go back to my previous, uh, so you see this is where we notes. It's not gonna do it. So just delete that. So remember we added this
Yeah.
in the core functionality, and then after that we packed it and we pushed it. That all the process there, and the final game is that we have got this. So it's remember the return this class has core functionality. Can you read this?
Yes, return this class has core
You see, so
functionality.
this class has core functionality. So we use just pretend that was our feature, new button or something, so we can use again and again and connect to that feed and use it in our projects.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hope this is informative. So what we have learned, how to package a new feature, publish it, pack it, publish it, and consume it in our new project. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. So hopefully we'll be doing more videos. Please subscribe and share. And if any questions, please comment it. And what I'll do, I'll copy all that code into our YouTube description. Thank you very much. Bye for now,
Thank you.
Omar. Thank you.
Bye.